All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Happy Hour Podcast. My name's Ray. Of course, I'm being joined by Socrates. Also, Erik Woodworth is joining us tonight as a special guest co-host, and we are here with the one and only, the first male adult film star we've had on the Happy Hour Podcast, Johnny Goodluck. How you doing tonight, brother? How's everything going for you?
Hell yeah. Well, I'm doing fantastic. Talking to some hometown boys, apparently.
Yes. And actually, funny story I'm going to start off with. You used to work at a restaurant with my cousin, and he
I believe it.
Yeah, he reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna have." I'm not gonna say your real name. I'm gonna say your work name. He's like, "Hey, you work with Johnny, or you're having Johnny on." He's like, "I used to work with him at a bar in the city. His name was Mike. His name's Mike Edelman. So he worked with you."
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
I remember him.
Yeah, and he's my cousin, and I was blown away because I was like, "Man, so you're a chef. So how did you make the transition from chef to sex?" That's the one thing that.
Well, isn't food really sexy? And the gateway to a lot of panties.
Hey, I have used more than one egg roll as a fleshlight in my life. I'm gonna be honest with you, truthfully.
So it is. I bought a bitch.
I want to see this egg roll. I want to see is this like spring roll, bro, or are we talking like?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna talk myself up. Listen, I'm not packing a Johnny Goodluck between my legs. I'm packing a very standard issue 22 between the thighs here, and regular egg roll is all I need to feel that.
That's funny. I consider myself porno average.
Porno average,
which means like what, 12 inches?
I swear. Me and half the guys I know have the same dick.
Well, I have this pathetic 10-inch cock that I can't do anything with.
That's so sad for you, bro.
Hey, wait, so
that's so sad.
You just said
I'm so sorry.
And some of the guys have the same cock. So when you say it, so can you guys remove it and put it into another? Because if it's the same.
Nah, man, it's not interchangeable. That'd be cool, though. That'd be cool. Because then I'd be like, "Hey, Ricky Johnson, what's going on, man? Let me borrow that thing for the weekend."
Hell yeah. Regular.
He's packing the filet and slow-mo.
You take the weekend off, and I'll do the heavy lifting.
So pretty much it's like almost with that quote that if you could do that, it's like, I want to fuck you with his dick. It's just kind of like, yeah, okay, well now I can. And of course,
it's like that old King Missile song, "Detachable Penis."
Yeah, I remember that.
We need more detachable penises in this world, because there's
it's called a strap-on, and they're pretty readily available.
There we go. All right.
We got a good friend out here at a company called Stockroom. You can go to stockroom.com. Custom fitted, man. You can even get to pick your kind of leather, maybe some cool Viking inlay in there, some shit. I don't know. Then you can rock two of them. Then you can double penetrate by yourself.
Nice. And Johnny, have you done any scenes where you pretty much like legit cooked food? Have you ever legit cooked food on site of one of your scenes? Yes. And then you guys just went at it and just ate, and then just went at it on the food?
Actually, it really just ended up being a bunch of prep work. So it was really me just cutting up like fruits and stuff. Yeah. Really close shots of my hands and slicing stuff. But the setup was it was Jessica Ryan, and it was really, really early on. But she was like getting divorced, and I was her, like her house cook. Like I came and made her meals twice a day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like her, not like a live-in chef, but her personal chef kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she just rolls down in the kitchen, and I'm not even paying any attention to her. I don't even look at her. And she's in like a pink 3-piece lingerie set. And she's getting all seductive, and then I turn around and bang her in the kitchen. It was great.
It'd be great. He just turns around. He's like, "Don't you see I'm cutting these vegetables? What's wrong with you?"
I really was. I was totally ignoring her. I was like, I'm just making your lunch. You want anything special for dinner? Starts talking about her going through a divorce. I'm like, "Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear about that." Hey, should I go to the store and pick up this and that? I just, by the way, I watered the garden earlier. And then she's like, "Dude, turn the fuck around." in more words than that, but that's basically what happened. It was a lot of fun.
What is the sausage?
Yeah.
Even though I'm not really all about making the kitchen messy.
So
I ended up here because of my wife, though, man. I was cooking in Baltimore, and that's where Draven Star is from too. And we've been together for a long time. We moved to LA together 6 or so years ago.
Okay.
And a few months in, a couple of people I knew from bouncing around with her asked me if I could do some of the simple, normal guy stuff like bukakis and blow bangs. I'm like, sure, I need work. So I started doing it. And if you keep showing up and getting the job done, they keep calling. And eventually that gets you here, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like pro wrestling. 90% of it is showing up. Like that's it. Like, okay, yeah, I'm here.
I have like,
it really is. It really is. It's so simple. You'd be amazed, man. All you got to do is have a little bit of discipline and work ethic, and show up and not piss anybody off. And as long as you can do that, you can pretty much keep your job.
That's probably going to be my biggest problem is the work ethic part. But like, so like Johnny, how long have you been in
hot girls with money?
How long have you been in the industry now?
I think about 5 years, five, almost 6. The first thing I ever shot, I know, was for Hustler, and it came out September 2015. But I didn't really do anything after that for probably like 2 years. And then all the stuff I did was like big group stuff, like 20 guy bukakis, gross stuff, shit that no guy in his right mind would really want to do.
Yeah.
But if you're waving a paycheck in my face, I'll do a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, but is there a lot of times where you walk out? Do you get recognized where you go? Like, are you at Whole Foods and like some guy comes over like, hey man, I just want to say I love your work. I jerked off to your
people don't usually approach like that. I catch looks, and you can kind of tell after a while that it's like, oh, they give me that look. But no, not really. And also you got to figure, like, by the time the scene's set up, they only see about this much of me anyway. This little window, less than what you see now. It's more like this much.
There's not a lot of POV of just your chest slamming into the camera over and over again. It's not the big.
Absolutely. It's big turn on for the ladies.
So do you, as you've been working over the last 5 years, like, and it's only because we've interviewed other porn actresses in this world. Are you at the point now where like they're starting to transition you from step bro to step dad? Is that how things are progressing with the career yet?
Not quite yet, because in between you get the weird stepbrother era too. I did. I think I was a stepdad one time, but I couldn't even really buy it. I couldn't even. I'm sorry, but I'm not fooling myself over here, bro.
I also like the stepdad thing where it's like they're like, oh yeah, this is my stepdad. And I was like, why was this the decision this lady made to get married to? like you know what I mean? Like,
I think that very often, and more often than not, the setup is like, it almost sounds like I really married this guy so I could bang his son, because I have like 20 stepmoms, man. So many stepmoms. They're all fantastic in the sack too.
That's one thing I don't understand about modern porn, like, because like put it like that, like. Back in the day, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Listen, our porn stars had hardworking blue-collar jobs. They were pool cleaners.
I've been all of these as well.
They were fellas that delivered a pizza, hardworking blue-collar guys. These millennials, I'll just tell you, they just want to fuck their siblings, and I'm not game for it. Okay, I just want to say,
hey man, I got to tell you, neither are we, and it's we laugh about it all the time. When the camera's not rolling, we're like, ha ha ha. Hilarious. How original. Oh, stepmom, you're so hot. No, we shouldn't. Fuck it. Let's do this.
I do love
these kids nowadays. We can't believe in this shit anymore.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing.
You can't. How often can you sell this? Like, no, we shouldn't do this. Oh my God, no, stop.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell my dad, your husband.
Hey, I've never been on YouPorn, and in that I was just like, ugh, this would be great, but I wish there had a stepmom backstory to really like get me into it. Like I've never
like a montage of like them getting together and that side eye from like the back of the wedding ceremony or some shit, throwing her drawers up in the bridal suite, you know.
There are some movies
getting down to brass tacks right away.
Like they have legit storylines, but I feel like when you watch one of those, you just skip through the storyline anyways. You're just kind of like, okay, well, this is the porn parody of Friday the 13th.
Maybe
it all depends. Hey, it all depends on the viewer, man.
It's an artistic piece. I'll have you know.
It super depends on the viewer. Some people are really specific. Like they're only going to watch it if they have the exact setup they want, if they hear the wording they want. You'd be surprised. I work for a lot of sites that it's like so repetitious. They have this exact formula. You get jerk off instruction for this long. You get a hand job for this long. All these steps, and it's like the exact same amount of time, almost the same verbiage. And if they didn't do that, their subscribers would pitch a fit. So guys like us, yeah, we don't give a fuck about that. You want to get straight through. Matter of fact, I don't even need to see the foreplay half of the time. Actually, if I'm in a rush, we can take it straight to the pop.
I like
all that noise.
And
all right, 20-minute video. Let's go to about 16. All right.
There you go. Hell yeah.
And how did you get the nickname the James Bond of porn? Because I see that on the notes that I got left from Erica from the Rub PR. She said that you're the modern day James Bond of porn with a rockabilly style. And I'm like,
she's a brilliant writer. I love Erica Icon very much. She's a sweet, sweet lady.
Yeah. She's got us
she thinks very dearly of me. The James Bond thing, if that's what she wants to think, I'll take it.
And she also
I'm not mad at it. Rest in peace, Sean Connery.
A stellar musician as well.
Yep.
How long
I played in a lot of bands in Baltimore, actually.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, I grew up there.
What do you play?
I think I remember where I worked with you said cousin?
Yeah.
I think Tabrizi's downtown.
Okay.
That place was awesome, man.
What do you play, Mr. Goodluck?
I drum and I play trombone. I play bass too, actually, for the sake of making, because I make music for my own videos and I make music for other people's websites and other people's porn. I pretty much play everything into a computer at this point, synthesizers, but I was always drumming. Everything I was doing in a band was drumming.
Rock on, brother. What do you?
I miss those old places, man. They don't have places like that out here.
How do you attack a porn score? Like what goes through your head when you get that, when that gets dropped on your lap that morning? You're like, we need you to score this. Like, how do you go about that? Take me through it. Because that's something interesting. I've never heard of the guy who scores the pornography.
Well, there's different ways of doing it. I think the people that are most successful are scoring and editing, or they're sitting side by side with whoever's editing the video, so that you can kind of set the tempo for the video. Mm-hmm. So you have to see the end product, or you have to be making the end product to be able to know what kind of tempo and what kind of vibe, what kind of music you want to make for it. Easiest way is somebody sends me a video that they want music of, and I watch it without any sound, and I kind of feel it out until I get a tempo that I want, and then I build it from there.
Okay, cool. What would you say your approach is? Do you just go all synth, or I mean, you're selling this to somebody, and
it's all kinds of different stuff. Some are rock tracks, some are like booty shaking, twerk, highly electric stuff. I like doing the slower ones. You can track the video. For me, I can track the video footage like beat for beat to a song that I make a lot easier that way, if that makes sense. Which is why it's easier when I edit my own videos. I already kind of know what kind of song I want in my head for it. So now I'm doing it backwards. I'm editing for the song.
Yeah. That as a creator, this makes very much sense to me. So, like, have you ever so to me, like, I've never watched a porn. I've searched hours endlessly. I've always wanted to just like come to like the climax of Ennio Morricone's Ecstasy of Gold, where it's like, oh.
I think if there was
and that's just me. I realize that's a subgenre of the thing, but maybe I've edited multiple videos to make it happen like that. But I'm just saying, maybe there's an untapped market in there.
No, actually, I think that's
that.
There's something to be said about like background girl noises, actually. Like one I'm thinking about as soon as you said that. Do you remember Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yes. Yes.
I remember when the girls were about to break into the diamond place, that background song that was playing, and every once in a while,
oh yeah, that would be good.
That should be in a porno. I think you're onto something there, sir.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, hey, hit me up. I do a little synth work myself and I play a little get fiddle. Listen, we can get together. I feel like I could score porn. I feel like I could. They wouldn't like it. What I presented to them would be art. And I was like, shut up. Okay. They needed that guitar riff as the cum came out of him. Okay. They needed, like, they needed tapping like that as it happened.
Yeah, guys in his like vinegar strokes, and it's just like crazy solo.
This is the most overproduced porn. Like,
yeah,
like
almost like a porn rock opera.
I take a real John Carpenter approach to this. Okay.
As the girl's taking it in the butt.
Yeah, like porno Fantasia. That should be our project, bro. Porno Fantasia.
Nice.
Hey, nobody's parodied that though. That would be good. That would be. I've never seen Fantasia on porn. Right? That would be good.
That'd be great.
There's a bunch of naked women dressed like trees dancing around.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah. Every time I see a broom, I want to fuck
hammer.
Yeah. Just like a hammer.
There's definitely something here. There's something in the pot. We just need to make the stew.
Yeah, we need to make this happen. What do you think is the craziest on-screen scene you've been a part of? Like, have you done out of parodies or whatever? What do you think? You sit there and you look back and you're like, man, that's pretty crazy.
I've worn a ski mask a lot. And there have been a whole different amount of fucked up scenarios that have gone with it. One of the craziest ideas I had, and it was you know, you always pitch the ideas to the talent when you're trying to come up with what we're going to do. We want to make this as scary and real as possible. What can we do? And it's funny because I come from restaurants, so I don't know why I thought of this. I was like, I can make a garrote out of plastic wrap and strangle this girl in the shower with it. So that's what I did. I came in a ski mask with a bunch of plastic wrap rope. You ever see anybody do that? Yeah. You can tow a truck with the shit. If you get like food service grade plastic wrap, it's like a 1,500-foot roll. It weighs like 20 pounds. But if you pull it and stretch it and work it, kind of like taffy, you pull it and stretch it and twist it, you can literally tow a truck with it. It's so you can make rope so strong. It's pretty impressive. So I did that. I made rope out of plastic wrap because it looks cool and weird and disposable, and I choked a girl out in the shower with it. It was great.
Nice.
But then she liked it, and we had consensual sex.
I like the idea of like you went this. You could have just pulled off one piece and listen. Nobody would have thought that, but you went that extra mile to say, "Hey, I just want you to know." I made the materials that could have been real rape. You need to understand that. Like I went above and beyond to make this realism to get to the consensual part of this break-in. I like that. That's good.
Well, she came to me for that reason. She's like, I wanted to be gnarly. You can do gnarly. I was like, okay.
She came to you and you came on her. That's awesome.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And we have a comment on the Facebook Live from Patrick Delphia, and he said we need more parodies. And with that, is there any?
Patrick Delphia shot the scene I'm talking about.
Really? Nice. Is there any parody movies?
What's up, Eddie? Hi, Eddie. I love you, Eddie.
Is there any kind of parody that you want to parody that you haven't done?
Fantasia.
Yeah, Yes. That's fucking great.
I think we're missing out. Like, we finally need to like add that sexy Schindler's List parody. You know what I mean? Like, they get into the shower and they're all naked and they think they're about to get gassed, and they're like, you know what we should do? This is our last moment. Oh my God, step bro, and then go at each other. Like, that would be.
Oh, hold up. That's a cool genre. Like
the Holocaust.
Yeah.
That's a good genre, though. That's a good genre. Like, hold up, check this out. Catastrophic porn.
Yeah.
So same scenario. A plane's going down. Everyone's about to die, and they know it. Turns into a massive orgy.
Yeah.
No. September 11th.
Oh,
no. Too far.
You're on the top floor. The plane's already crashed in. You have no exit. You're like, well, we only got this one shot.
No.
This dude, bro. You've already hit the Holocaust and 9/11.
Well, no. See, Eric, no. Justin, we'll tone it down a little bit. It won't be 9/11. Well, it'll be 9/11, but it'll be Flight 93.
Okay, Vietnam.
But it'll be,
instead of them taking the plane over, they were just all having sex. That's what happened, and that's why.
That's what you're
parody of snakes on the plane, but they're just talking about sex.
You walk into the shoot, they just hand you a turban and a beard. Say, today, your name is Osama. Now go fuck that bitch.
Here's the story. I got the story now. Okay, it's 9/11. It's not the building part or 93. It's the fifth flight that we didn't know about that didn't crash into anything because the terrorists couldn't do it because two very gay, turbo gay men like blocked the cockpit and started having violent gay sex, and they were like, we cannot cross this, and they're like, we can't, this is a sin, and then they slit their own necks with box cutters and saved the day. That's where I think we need to go with this. That would be good.
Oh man. Well,
everybody at home right now are like, what?
I'd hate to tell you that you would end up in prison.
if we're not getting banned on Facebook from this conversation, when we definitely play Name That Scene.
If you guys get me banned, I am going to be very upset. I get myself banned just fine.
I will own gay 9/11. That's fair. Okay, that's fair with me. Like, I will own that, and it has nothing to do with John.
But it could so much easier be Vagina 11, you know.
Vagina 11.
And then they die, and then they get the 72 version. That's a whole series.
Yes. The part 2 is them going.
There's just a ton of women on the plane, and they think they already died, and it's the 77 virgins.
It'd be the first porn in history with virgins.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because it'll be like the scene from Airplane, like when they're going down, instead of one set of tits just going up and down, it's just all these sets of tits just going up and down.
Yeah. Try and put a score to that.
9/11, the Holocaust. What else do we need? The Armenian genocide, perhaps?
Dude.
Columbus discovered
you guys
America.
Are dangerous.
And
you guys are dangerous.
Black Death. I mean, we have a porn set 1347.
The Black Flag.
There's just a girl with black boils all over her body. She's about to die. Her husband's like, you're gonna die. We got to do something. Let's have sex. Fucks her and he cures her of the plague by fucking her.
And of course,
or that he catches the plague and their children catch the plague, and their 9 and 11 and 12-year-old children all die of the plague.
Oh,
9 and 11.
Oh my God! All right. So, Johnny, you're also the host of Demon Seed Radio. How did that come apart? How did that come together?
I love co-hosting. We're actually finally going to get back on the air. We took a little over a year off of doing the live show just because it was impossible to do a live show. You couldn't get people in the studio anymore. That came about just from having a long relationship with Bobby. He runs Demon Seed. And I worked on a podcast before. It used to be called the 288. It has a different name now. So did my wife, Draven. And eventually, we were at a lot of conventions together, like Exotica and stuff. And I'd hop on the radio with them. I was already kind of familiar with it. And then the owner and the host of Demon Seed Radio, Bobby, he was moving to LA, and we were good friends, and he ended up becoming my roommate. So it just kind of came with, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And
but it's awesome.
What would you consider as a demon seed? If you could think of a demon seed, what would you describe a demon seed as?
Loaded question.
The best strain of pot you got. I believe they call it germinating.
Oh. and when you look at it, really
not germinating.
Yeah, the last conversation we just had. Yeah. Now, like when you sit there, like when I think of Demon Seed, I hear Demon Seed. You sit there and you think of, you're like, man, guys like Hitler.
We're the seed of evil.
Like
we are the rotten trash of the earth.
Yeah.
He was a hell of a painter, though.
Yeah, a painter. Yeah, okay, yeah. He was a great painter. Yeah, way to go, Socrates.
I'm a great painter. I paint a lot of faces.
Just look up Johnny Goodluck. You will see all of his works of art from painting.
A good comedy friend of mine. I've been doing comedy for like over a decade now, and a good friend of mine, his name is Dennis Petrov. Shout outs, very funny gentleman. He had this joke that was I always loved. Okay, and he used to end his sets with this. He was just like, Hitler. I love that. He's like, Hitler was a bad guy. He was just like, we all agree with that. Like Hitler was bad, right? But like, hell of a public speaker. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, he could get a lot of people behind him. And I was just like, terrible athlete, though. Could never finish a race. And I always... It was such
a bit of a drug problem, a bit of a short fuse.
I always loved that.
A little too narcissistic.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'd buy like a good, like, just think if somebody had just bought, that's why I'm just saying, like, you should go out and support artists out there, especially in times like this, because think about it, like, Hitler was a failed painter. If you just bought like a couple $100 worth of his paintings, he maybe wouldn't have annihilated like half of of an ethnicity.
Yeah.
And right, like,
who else? Who else was a bad painter? John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, I did.
Another Demon Seed right there.
I met
John Wayne Gacy.
I met the great.
But his paintings go for a lot of money.
I did. I met if you kill and rape fucking 30 children, I guess they will be worth something. I'm not in that business, but
wow.
Fucking the great
you were saying you're not.
You're giving people terrible ideas for business ventures, man.
Well, no. I went to
solid baby face.
I mean, I just calls it like a season. But look, so like there's I met Kane Hodder. He's the guy that plays Jason Voorhees in a bunch of the Jason movies.
Nice.
He owns multiple John Wayne Gacy paintings, and like he's purchased them. So yeah, he's a real true horror fan. I don't know. That's not even a joke. He just
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it out there.
And, well,
my wife likes collecting skeletons.
Yeah,
nice.
Hell yeah. I love taxidermy.
Some of them she tricks out. She's got a, what is it? I think it's a raccoon skull, and she like did the teeth all up, and
nice.
You'd have to see it. It's kind of hard to explain. It looks like it should be next to the Hope Diamond. It's like glazed and it glimmers almost, and it's way too pristine, and it's got like gold teeth in the corners. It's pretty cool. But it's a hobby of hers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's into bone restoration. She's into doing art on skulls of all kinds of different mammals and.
Well, you're missing out back here in Maryland. I mean, I know you moved out to Valley, but we have our 17-year horde of cicadas that have resurrected around. Yeah, right now.
Go get me one. I want to see one. Me and my wife were talking about that. I missed that, man. Last time, I think I was in high school last time that happened.
Yeah, last time we had them, I ate one.
Oh,
because I was drunk and my buddy
did
eat one of those fucking.
So it happened. I had the cicadas when I was because I went to high school in Towson.
Okay.
We had the cicadas, I think, my junior year. Now,
2004 was the last time they were out.
So I think that.
Okay, yeah. So that was my junior year. However, in Southern Maryland, further south, I want to say I was like 25 or 24, and they had their batch, and it was separate from ours.
Yeah.
Because I kind of got to deal with it again down in like Charles County, St. Mary's County, way down south.
Shout out to La Plata, Maryland.
Oh my God. Shout out to La Plata PD, Charles County PD. Thanks for not arresting me. I truly appreciate you.
And what we're going to do real quick for everybody listening at home, we're going to take a brief break, get a word in from some of our sponsors, and we will be right back with Johnny Goodluck, Erik Woodworth. See you guys in a few.
Okay.
For those of you watching at home, you know how this works. Welcome back to the Happy Hour podcast.
We're already back. Oh my God. It felt so quick. Like that.
I'm here with Socrates, Erik Woodworth, and Johnny Goodluck. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into our games. So we're going to get into our game. And we have a really special game. I actually said something to Johnny about it and what we're going to start doing.
Oh God.
Film stars. And if Facebook's not pissed off at us about the conversation we had before break, they're going to be pissed off now, because what we're going to do is I'm going to play a game called Name That Scene. And I have 3 scenes on my phone now I'm going to play of Johnny's work.
Do I win money?
And what
hold up. So right now out here in LA, I grew up listening to 98 Rock, 99.1 HFS. I've been to HFS schools. Out here, we've got KLOS.
Okay.
And they have a game, it's just like this, and it's 1 second and name that song.
Okay.
But they'll play 1 second of a fucking rock song, and you got to figure out what it is, and you get $500. If you don't guess it, an hour later, it rolls over. Now it's $1,000. It comes down to people can't fucking figure this thing out, and then they're looking at like $5,500 if you can name this song.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
But they'll give you 1 second, and every single one I've listened to, I'm very good with music, and I actually think I'll do pretty good at this game. I'm really good with sound and remembering sounds and what things sounded like.
Okay, cool.
And I can't fucking beat that one, dude. Every one I hear, I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are playing right now. All right, I should probably put my other headphone in for this. I want to really get in here.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play clip number 1, probably about 5 seconds worth of it. And you let me know who you think that is.
So where did you get, where are these clips from?
xvideos.com.
Okay. So it could be anything. Okay. Yes. I was trying to figure out if it was going to be more like mainstream stuff or if it was going to be stuff from like my site.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it could be all of it.
Yep, it could be anything. All right, so here we go.
Oh, geez. All right.
1. Decides it wants to play.
We're all listening in. Here we go.
We're all intently listening.
I can do it manually.
Here, hold on.
How long of a clip are you going to play?
Probably about like 5-10 seconds of the clip. So here, let me. Okay.
God, are you trying to double my bus time?
So here we go. Let's get to the sex part. And who do you think that is?
I can't quite hear it that well.
Okay.
Can I get a replay?
Yeah. And who would you think that is?
That was a different clip.
No, it's the same clip. It's the same clip. It's just
the first time you heard him smack.
Yeah, it's just it's a little bit farther along. It's the same clip.
I call shenanigans.
Who would you say
that? Oh my God. I'm gonna go Lexi Lore.
It is Karma RX.
That was gonna be my
burn.
So that was the first one. Here goes the second one. Let me just go ahead and refresh this because that's what it was with the last one as I had it pulled up.
I know you didn't ask me, but that was going to be my guess.
That was like the blandest clip ever. Everybody makes that same sound at some point. Even I make that sound sometimes. Damn. Oh, no.
What did you say that is?
We didn't hear anything. Play it back.
Oh, you didn't hear any? Okay.
We got nothing on that one.
Got nothing. All right.
Wind it back. Oh my God. Johnny, you fucked my mom? Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who would you say?
You're not, I hate to tell you, you're not the only guy. These are tough. The sound's kind of sharp on these. I can't, like, it's hard to really detect.
Why can't we get some audio? Ray, give him a chance, okay? Why don't you go pull up a part where she's like, fuck me in that fucking stank puss, baby girl, or something.
I need a little
jerk off
variant.
instructions.
Fuck me in that fucking stank puss.
Yeah. Oh, Ray, the audio is shit. We hear nothing. We hear barely anything.
I want to win. I want to win. I feel like I'll lose points with every female performer if I don't get one of these.
You don't remember my fucking moan, Johnny? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Big surprise.
Can you guys hear it now?
Negative.
Nah, it's not. It's not coming through solid, brother. What is there not? I won't ask you to name names because I don't want you to ruin.
Who was that, Ray? Now we gotta
But
know.
have you run into a performer that you've worked with? You're like, never again. I'll never work with that lady again.
Can't really say so, man. No, not really. I'm pretty lucky on set. I get along with people pretty well, and I try not to give anybody a reason to be mad at me.
Fair
It
enough.
tends to make life easy.
And I apologize.
But no, I've been pretty lucky, man. I don't really have too many horror stories to tell.
Every show.
I have like bodily function horror stories to tell,
Oh God.
but I don't really have like this person was the worst person and made my life miserable.
Okay.
I've been pretty fortunate.
Well, I mean, I believe that you will find that, and next time you're on the show, I
feel like I'm due. Yeah.
You know, like, cause I've heard stories before where like X works with Y and Z, and like I'll never do that again because they were such a fucking horrible person. You know what I mean? Because listen,
there's certain acts that I'll never sign up for again for sure.
Oh, what's an act that you'll never do again?
Smothering.
What's smothering? I don't even know what that is.
I worked for a company that specializes in excessively large breasts. And I had a woman with, I can't even remember the size, way past like double L. They were huge, but I got smothered, and I just accepted it. I didn't really think it would be that bad. I almost got seriously injured that day.
Oh my God.
So you're literally UFC tapping out, and you're like, get your giant breath off of me.
I was holding my breath, and I'm a ginger, so I get pretty flushed pretty fast. It's not really good for the camera.
It just feels like you're trapped inside of the blob, but they're giant tits, and you're just trying. You can't even punch your way in.
It's suffocation play.
Oh my God! It's like fighting fucking.
I didn't realize that that's what I was doing, so I did that.
Oh my God.
And I got through it, but and the girl was fine and everything. But yeah, I'm probably not going to sign up for that one anytime soon.
That's wild.
That was rough.
It's all getting choked by titty. That's wild. I mean, I could see how I could be into that. I'm already into it.
It's not a good time.
By the way, you got me into a new thing while you were.
He's gonna Google mothering as soon as he's done.
Are you touching yourself right now?
I can't wait to go watch Johnny almost die tonight.
Oh my God.
We know what the rest of Eric's.
Well, off the air, I'll point you in the right direction.
Nice.
The rest of Eric's night is going to be mothering, 9/11 porn, and Holocaust porn in that order.
And
God damn it! I didn't sign up for this shit.
Unfortunately, the last game failed miserably, but that's the only problem with live. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our other games, which always go extremely well every time we play them.
I really have high hopes for that game, man. Like,
yeah.
There's got to be a way.
You're the sound.
I really want to own one.
my mic did not like me at that point. I'm holding it right up to the mic and I'm like, well, they can hear me. Why can't I guess maybe because the phone was so close to the mic. But what we're going to do is we're going to play 5-second rule. So I'm pretty much going to say, name 3 of a certain thing. You have 5 seconds to answer it. If you don't get it, it goes to Erik. If Erik doesn't get it, it goes all the way around. If nobody gets it, yeah. So what I'm going to do, relatively easy one, name 3 radio stations starting now.
KLOS, Jack FM, 98 Rock.
Got it. He got it right at the last split second. All right, cool. So there's that. And then what we're going to move on to is we're going to move on to our game called Incoherent. And pretty much what it is the card. Let me go ahead and put this on myself so it can pull up. So pretty much the card, I'm going to hold this up. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
That's in Drunkenese. So pretty much what you need to do is sound it out and try to tell me what that card is. And if you need a hint, then I can give you a hint. There's 2 hints on the back.
I think I got it. Have the party.
Would you like a hint?
I need a hint. Yeah.
Round 2.
I got it.
Would you like another?
All right, I hit it.
The party for the people who were too cool for the party.
After party.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, got it.
All right, all right. And then we cannot do our Ode to Humanity segment without doing Cards Against Humanity. So, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Many times.
What you're getting yourself into. So, what we're going to do is pretty much we're going to I'm going to read off the black card. I'm going to give you 4 options. You let me know which option you best think answers this card. So the black card is, I have solved politics. My solution is blank. And your options are snorting a Coke off of a clown's boner, women in yogurt commercials, my daughter fucking my boyfriend, and funneling money through a series of shell companies.
The last one.
Funneling money through a series of shell companies. I think my solution would be snorting Coke off of a clown's boner, because politics in general are just one huge circus. All right.
That was a close second.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What if the clown is John Wayne Gacy? Yeah.
Bring it back around.
Pogo the clown. Pogo the clown for president.
Oh God. You know, when I was a kid, what was it?
Big time school reform.
Terrified me. Like, because that was around the time Stephen King's It came out, and they had the Bozo the Clown show.
Yeah.
And I was just.
I love Bozo the Clown. I used to have the Bozo the Clown plate set, man.
I used to always get pissed off because those kids couldn't make like the easiest shot in those little cans. You remember they would play beer pong at the end of the show, and it would be like the second one, and you'd be like, "You fuck! Like I could have did that. Like, come on now."
Fucking amateur hour.
Yeah. And Johnny, what all do you have coming up? Now we know COVID altered a lot of stuff. Now, what do you have coming up directly that people would be able to see?
They just opened the doors back up to start shooting group scenes. So a lot of my success has been being strong in group scenes, orgies, gangbangs, really, really intense stuff for kink. That was totally shut down for over a year.
Really?
Matter of fact, I have my first orgy coming up for one of my favorite companies. Shout out to Mike Quasar, coming up this week. So first orgy in over a year and a half that's being filmed. Because for a long time, they wouldn't allow any more than like 3 people on set at a time.
Holy shit.
I don't know how much you know, but we have to get tested every 72 hours. Our COVID tests are only good for 48 hours.
Okay.
It's changed production costs. It's changed everything.
Yeah.
And I have to run 2 more errands a week now. But so group stuff just opened up maybe back in like March. So no gangbangs, no even foursomes were getting shot for a long time.
The gangbangs.
That may be the biggest tragedy of COVID.
Dude, what is Johnny gonna do without the gangbang?
Yeah.
I thrive on those, man. I need that shit.
And real quick, what we're going to do, we weren't able to do it before our games. Normally what we do, we get into our beer of the week and our shot of the month. This week.
Wait, real quick, before we do that, can we play that game where, he's going to guess the girl on the phone?
I'm not sure if I can get the audio to work. You son of a bitch.
Let's give it one more try.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time. I got to work out the kinks for that because I just try to do it. I try to call it on the fly like the way you do in wrestling, and it didn't work being called on the fly.
I'm just going to yell out names.
Yeah.
Jenna Jameson.
But what was funny is one of them actually was his wife, and I wanted to see if he would be able to tell if that
Fuck
was
you, bro.
I was going to be the last one, but I couldn't get it to work, and I was like, mother.
Bang. I'm going to have a cold dinner tonight.
And
maybe if you're listening, I couldn't hear you, but I heard you yesterday and you sounded beautiful.
And our beer of the week this week, of course, I'm the only one drinking because Socrates can't drink anymore, and all my drinking co-hosts are at weddings or something like that, is Angry Orchard Hard Cider. Went easy this week, so anybody out there?
The OG crisp.
Hard cider, yes, the OG.
The OG crisp apple, okay, the original.
I was gonna get the what was it? They have a new. It's unfiltered. I was gonna get that, but I'm
gluten friendly at that.
Yeah,
you know what? This week we've got a porn star on the show. You're drinking hard cider.
And then we're also.
I got something hard for you, bitch.
We're also gonna get into our shot of the month.
Are you drinking triple sec? That's fucking triple sec, I know.
It is George.
George Dickel.
Yeah, Tabasco barrel finish. Have you ever had this?
Nope.
Oh, it's so hot. It is so fucking spicy because it actually has
really
in it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be glad that this is our final episode for that until we debut our new shot of the month next episode. So
next episode is still gonna be this month.
It's gonna air the following month though. So remember, we air a week out. Yeah.
Right. Cheers to you.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Yeah. So
fantastic.
What we should do is I'm gonna figure the audio out. And we'll have you on again in the future, and we'll do the same game. But what we'll do is with the audio fix, we'll do about 10, and we'll do it
live from Camden Yards.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. And what we'll do is we'll do it live somewhere. Then that way you can hear it. But it'll be the kind of thing that if you guess it, I drink. If you don't guess it, you drink. And then that way we can do it like that. And I'll find some at the clips.
You want to go toe to toe, bro?
What's up?
All right. You want to go toe to toe?
Yeah, and I'll call Mike. I'll be like, "Hey, Mike, fly up from Georgia. Come moderate this."
Like those old school. What was it? Like the old school sailor thing. You just sit at a table and stare each other down and take shots of whiskey until you can't sit up anymore.
Yeah, the Raiders of the Lost
Ark. Just make fucked up faces and take way too long to drink your drink.
Yeah.
Fuck over it. Just pour the bottle down my throat. Let's wrap this up.
That's the thing. It's like, I sit there now and I look back at when I was like 21, 22, 23, and I'm like, man, I could sit there and drink from Thursday to Monday and still be alive. I drink like 5 to 10 beers now. I feel like I need to be rushed to the hospital. Like, I'm like,
for me, it's a matter of how long I drink. Like, if I drink for longer than like 6 hours, even if I just have like a shot or two, don't get anywhere near drunk. But if I drink for like 10 hours, I'm dead to the world. Dead to the world. Now, if I have those same amount of shots in like a 1 hour period, I'll have a great time. And I'll wake up all nice and chipper and shit.
Yeah, I love going to Mexico.
Getting old sucks, bro.
With the all-inclusive. And I always go and get my money's worth for an all-inclusive resort because I go with the intention of I'm coming back 30 pounds heavier because I'm eating this in the food and drinking from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I'm literally drinking. And my wife just kind of looks at me like, you're going to die. I'm going to find you face down in the pool. She'll be like, I'm going upstairs. I'll be like, all right, whatever. This bar ain't closed yet. I'm drinking. Nice knowing.
Yep. You'll make it home. We always do.
Yeah. So, Johnny, any last thing you want to bring up before we let you go?
Well, keep up with us on demoncradio.com. I'm really excited to get to go live again. We're going to finally get to have guests in studio again. We're going to switch it up. Now we're going to be running video with our show. We're going to be on Facebook Live and everything else. So we're going to step up the model a little bit. And wish me luck on all the hot group sex I got coming up. It's going to be a blast.
Hey,
we got some good nominations coming up too. So thank you to everybody who's been voting for me for Best Male Performer of the Year for the All Porn Awards, Best Solo Membership Site for the All Porn Awards, and Best Male Clip Artist for the Expo Scam Awards. I appreciate all of you. Keep the vote alive.
I think, Johnny, I think I just as you go on, like, do all that shit that Johnny's saying, but like,
yeah, do that.
Like, start up, like, have you ever started up, thought about starting up your own OnlyFans, right? And then,
I have all the channels, man.
If you got that, like, have you ever like made like a pay level, right? A pay level where you pay X amount of dollars, okay? And what you'll do is I will fuck this chick on screen, and then I'll slide it out once and I'll say, this one's for Ray Chance, and slide it back in. That's what that pay level is.
It's
right?
called a custom video.
Yeah.
And,
like,
they're at request Mr. Goodluck @gmail.com.
All right, yeah, fucking check that shit out.
That can be the cameo. That can
Other than that, all the good stuff is at johnnygoodluck.com.
Hell yeah.
And Johnny, you got to let us know, dude. You got to do the Fantasia. And when that comes up, you got.
I'm down, man. I'm gonna go back, do some mushrooms, rewatch Fantasia, and I'm gonna call you guys back, and we're gonna fucking lay down the plot line, and we're gonna knock this thing out.
Hey,
Girls and trees, it's gonna be great.
Dibs as a guy who just plays a bucket in the corner. That's all I want to be.
Yep. The mop and the bucket scene.
Yeah,
that's a great one. The mop and the bucket scene's got to be legend.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
hello.
gonna look like Tron, but with cum everywhere.
Hi, I'm Erik the Cum Bucket.
Oh my god.
Hey man, I used to have that game, Mr. Bucket. I bet you did too.
Oh, that was great. That was when he basically.
Mr. Bucket, put your balls in my top.
Put your balls in my mouth and put Mr. Bucket.
Yes. Mr. Bucket, put your balls in my top. Mr. Bucket, I spit them right out. Fucker, just swallow. Quit being a bitch about it.
Yeah. Mr. Bucket was such a prude.
That game got canned real quick.
Yeah, you would never see Mr. Bucket.
The innuendo never ended. Thanks, guys, for a good happy hour, man.
Oh, no
thanks. It was great, man.
For those of you watching at home and for those of you listening, we will be back next week with Dr. Jen Welter. She was the first ever female coach in the NFL. She will be joining us live next.
That's awesome.
Is one of them actually was his wife, and I wanted to see if he will be able. And what was that? Okay,
sorry, that was my audio. I clicked on.
I was like, why do I hear myself? Like,
what did you just say about my wife, you asshole?
Oh, get his ass.
Where's that fucking down pillow?
And Johnny, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let you go. Everybody, thank you for tuning into the Happy Hour podcast. We will see you next week.